Letters from the Front, Autumn 1943. Somewhere in war-torn Europe. Emma lived in a small cottage on the outskirts of Norwich, England. Her days were filled with silence, broken only by the sound of planes overhead, the ticking of the clock, and the rustle of pages as she read the same letter over and over again. The letter was from James, her James, a farm boy turned soldier, now fighting somewhere across the Channel. They had met in the spring of 1939, just before the world cracked open. She had been selling flowers at the village fair. He bought a daffodil for $1, not because he liked flowers, but because he couldn't stop looking at her. They danced once, under the fairy lights. He stepped on her foot. She laughed. He blushed. Then came the war. He kissed her goodbye at the train station with trembling hands, a folded promise in his coat pocket. "I'll come back to you." The letters came, week after week. Pages filled with dirt and dreams, written from muddy trenches and darkened barns. He told her about the snow in Belgium, the stars in France, the silence after a battle. But always, he ended the same way. "Tell me about the roses. I miss the smell. I miss you." Emma planted a rose bush in the garden for every month he was away. By 1943, there were more than 30. She watered them with her tears when the letters stopped for 3 months. Then, one morning, a letter arrived. It wasn't in his handwriting. It was from his friend Thomas. "He saved my life. There was shelling. He pushed me down, took the hit. He didn't cry. He whispered your name before he closed his eyes. I'm so sorry." The world fell silent for Emma. She didn't eat. She didn't speak, but she tended the roses. Winter came and went, and then, one evening, just as spring returned, there was a knock on the door. She opened it slowly. There he stood, James, thinner, scarred, but alive. But they said, I almost didn't make it. They thought I was gone. I was in a hospital for months. Couldn't write, but all I could think of was you. And the roses. She collapsed into his arms, sobbing, breathing him in like the first air after drowning. That night, he walked with her through the garden. He touched each rose, whispered to them, kissed her beneath the biggest bush, the one she had named Hope. Years later, their children would ask about the war, and Emma would only say, "Your father came back from the dead." Not because he was lucky, but because he was loved.